Gold. When it feels like Rhythm of the Night. What are the other songs? All these great songs. Always Something There to Remind Me. Just Got Lucky. Growing Up. And more. So all night long is
Yeah, it's late 80s.
Buttercup. Yeah, you know, so I think if you like 80s music, and that's just the songs that I'm singing, wala pa din yung mga kanta ni Jam, ni Lou, ni Jett, ni Gino. If you like 80s music, talagang mabubusog kayo.
Jam, gaano katagal ka hindi nag-perform sa Pilipinas?
Even if I've not been here, I perform abroad. I perform in Europe a lot, I'm there, Australia, New Zealand, and in the States. So I joined like I was with Raymond, Gino, Randy, and Louis Heredia in Vegas, right? For the 80s. It was produced by Viva, and I was there, so I did a show. So there's never been a year that I've not sang. I mean, I have shows, it's just I haven't been home, but I sing for all the kababayans everywhere.
There seems to be a trend right now in radio wherein old songs are being played and your songs included.
Oh, thank
So
you.
how do you feel about it when you hear your songs being played on the radio?
I feel great. Actually, you know what also I feel just very honored is every Filipino homes all around the world, okay, have a karaoke machine, right? And in the book are all my songs, and all of them sing it. So it's a privilege, it's an honor that, you know, so when I hear them singing my songs, I feel blessed. I'm very blessed, you know, and I say, Lord, thank you, you know, because I've even heard where a lot of other artists have revived some of my songs.
I'm
And
one of
so-
them.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
one of
you
them.
did
I revived
even
your
him.
song.
That's right. Somebody told me, well, somebody said, oh, you know, somebody sang Smile in Your Heart. And I didn't even know Ariel Rivera at that time. And then, yeah, and then
Even
Gino,
if?
yeah, and I heard your version. It was awesome. So thank you. It's a blessing. It's
Thank
a
you.
blessing.
Thank you.
So how will the show go? I mean, how many songs will you be playing? Will you be singing?
Between all of
All
us,
of you?
oh my gosh, I think there's 42 songs, so divided by 5.
So about how many songs would that be?
I'm not so good at numbers. I did not expect that question. Hindi ko talaga na-expect my division pa pala ngayon. Presscon, sorry.
Basta maraming song.
Mabuti na lang may mga madadaldal kaysa sa akin today. So fantastic. I feel so good. Jam, it's great to have Jam back. She was just here 2 days? Yeah. Yesterday. So I mean, she's here. So, you know, palakpakan naman natin. Just, before anything else and before you ask me a question, if you have a question, I would like to acknowledge, of course, our creative group. Kasi po, the show is it's not it's a unique presentation. It's not the usual 80s, not because we're doing it, but because we try to make it different from the rest. Because you've seen other 80s songs and you've seen our solo shows, so what's in store? So, hindi lang po to 80s, you get informative at the same time. We have the billboards from 1989 to the 1980s. So, 89, 88, 87. So, it's really a feat for everyone because we have to do it. Hindi namin pwedeng baguhin yung billboard. And then, we also have some guest artists. Aside from that, we have the movies. Oh, yung mga favorite themes ng movies. So, and then we also have yung OPM nga, that's one of the, probably the highlights. And our persona, yung favorites namin, you will find out kung which 80s artist influenced us the most. And, ano pa ba nandito? May dance hits. And we also have some surprise guests, like si Jojo Alejara and si John Robinson. They'll be, ay, surprise!
Hindi na surprise yun.
Anyway, meron pa namang iba eh.
Hindi na lang, hindi na rinig.
Wait, let's acknowledge naman, our director is here, si Toto Hentica.
Yay!
And our writer is here, Henry Tejero. And we have our choreographer, Butch Esperanza. And of course, our Earth Day Jam team is here, headed by
Yay.
Joy. And our official makeup,
Hazel Gonzalez.
yeah.
HG.
Making sure that we're
HG
all
Studio.
Yo.
Yung salamat.
Yo.
Hazel Gonzalez.
So they worked hard
Thank
for
you.
this show. So kaya yung 42 divided by 5. Well,
Let's just sing na lang.
something like
Basta
that.
madami.
Pero yung mas matanda, yun ang mas marami. So pag nakita nyo na mas maraming kinakanta, yun yun. I'm kidding.
No, basta I know I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
We're living
Gina, of
those
course. We've
beautiful
worked hard.
songs.
We worked in the past before. I've worked with Jett, with you, with Raymond. Nag-iisnaban lang kami nito noong 80s eh. No,
Before?
I'm kidding.
But, rocker.
Si
Balladeer.
Jamie.
Rocker.
Oo eh.
Balladeer. Paano kami magsuso?
Remember nag-ano ka, Pepsi tour ka? Ako 7-Up. Tapos kayo, were you Pepsi?
No, me and Raymond kasi, we were ahead of you guys.
Really?
Our batch.
Huwag tayo maglaglagan. Jam. Wag na yung ahead. Oh, we were all the
But
same.
you're also Pepsi, di ba? Or were
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Pepsi? And then you were Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Ako 7-Up, pinaka-unwholesome, San Miguel.
Pantry na
During that time kasi usong-uso po yan eh, yung Coca-Cola, sila Randy, gano'n. Royal to Orange, gano'n. May question.
Okay.
Sorry.
Please say your name and publication.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Leo Menjola from ooleo.ph. So first of all, congratulations for having the show. I'm just curious how Into the 80s was conceptualized. Whose idea is this one to get together and have a show?
Well, I've been bugging Solaire, so I'd like to thank Solaire for giving in for once already now. Palakpakan naman natin ang Solaire for partnering with us and believing in our talents and really promoting it well. Because, we were thinking of this many years ago, especially si Audie. Audie, of course, is from the 70s, so okay lang naman natin siya. Audie, where are you? Thank you so
Then to all of you, can we get updates about your personal life? What are you doing right now? With the exception of Lou Bonnevie.
Why?
Because you already told them.
No, she just had a very successful Earth Day concert. So, okay. Let's start with Jam.
Oh, okay, me? What am I up to? Or...
Yeah, we missed you for so long.
Well, I just actually, I'm trying to think right now. My life is like a teleserie. It's always like action, you know. And but I am blessed, and I live in the States. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Not Mexico. It's New Mexico. It's near Arizona,
Okay.
near Utah, and like I have. I do shows, like I said, I do shows in the States. Last year though, I got sick. I really got sick, and I thought I was gonna die. I was in the hospital, and it took like 7 times before I was brought by ambulance, and I was having a hard time to breathe, and what ended up was I had this thing called pericarditis. It's they found water in my heart and my lungs. And then, so I was brought to the intensive care unit, and like I said, I think it's not my time yet, so that's why I'm still here. But yes, you know, so I was in treatment. I had to cancel a couple shows, but then I found out that this show supposedly was to be in December. And I had a show with Gabby Concepcion in the States, and I couldn't cancel that one. But I found when Lou reached out to me for this one, I said, "Oh, buti hindi na tuloy yung December." You know, so my doctors gave me the okay to travel here. What ended up was an autoimmune disease, so I'm being treated for that.
Okay.
And I'm just so blessed that it hasn't affected my voice, and you know that, yeah, I think God really wants me to sing. So that's something, you know, I am trying to, you know, overcome. You know,
Okay.
I'm building up my stamina again. There are
Let's
days that
let's
I
claim
cry,
that,
bad days.
Jan.
Yes.
Let's claim that.
Let's
Let us
claim
claim
it.
that,
Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. I claim health. Yes, thank you so much. So yeah, I really thank Solaire. I thank the whole gang over here for inviting me because this is a wonderful blessing, and we really have a good show for everyone.
And you have family, Jan? I hope you don't mind my asking.
My family?
Yes,
Yes,
your
yes. I have my 3 girls. I
Okay.
have twin girls and I have an older daughter. Raymond is actually my compadre.
Okay.
He's a ninong to one of my oldest one. And then after that, Charles. Charles is also back in Albuquerque. We're good friends.
Okay.
Partner. Well, yeah.
Lua.
Yeah. Then what else? Let's see. I have family here, my Tita Sampaguita, which is
Of
gonna
course.
come.
Yes.
Yeah, she's gonna
Of
come and
course.
watch the show. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna probably ask her to sing. You know, I haven't run it by you yet, but yeah, you know, it's gonna ask her to jam. You know, jam with us. But-
Na-ambush ka na, Lu.
yeah, you know, but overall, right now, it's like, yeah, God is good
Okay.
all the time. Who's next?
Raymond.
Well, for the last 15 years, I've been directing. I do a lot of concerts, corporate events. I've done 1 short film. But my first love is still singing. I don't get to sing as much as I used to before, but whenever I do, it feels just so. It just makes me so happy. So, aside from that, I'm also a family man. I've been married also for the last 15 years to my wife Mia, who's somewhere here.
She's here.
And she's my rock. She's over there. Yeah. She hates it when I do that, so I love doing that. There she is. And I have 2 kids who are the love of my life. My daughter, who is 11 years old, and my son, who is 9 years old. So basically, yeah.
Okay. Jett.
Yeah, like Raymond, I'm also a family man. I have 2 wonderful kids. I have a daughter who's already working as a chef.
Okay.
Check out their restaurant in Lampara in Poblacion. My son is graduating in February with flying colors as a major in IT. And yeah, I'm still very much involved with The Dawn. In fact, we just released our 15th album.
Correct.
I've also done musical theater a lot. Sabi nga ni Odi, laman na ako ng Solaire because, you know, we did the 90s live. I was part of it. I'm part of this. And then in a few months down the road, we'll be doing, I think, Sweeney Todd here with Leia. So, and I also do movies and television. My manager for that is here, Ricky Gallardo. There, thank you, boss, for giving me that opportunity. So yeah, I do many things so that I don't get bored. So yeah, but yeah, I just love life. That's it.
And finally, Gino.
Okay. Well, I've got 2 wonderful children also, one of which has gone to and served in the U.S. military. It's Navy. He's a corpsman now. He works in a hospital. But he used to be involved with Viva. He was a VJ and a singer and an
Yes,
actor.
yes.
Yes, his name is Josh Padilla, you know. My daughter, yeah, she just graduated. She graduated 2 years ago, and she loves to sing. But I told her to, you know, just help na lang with Papa. Help na lang Papa. I've been married for 27 wonderful years with my wife, who is my great inspiration.
Has Tina Turner ever forgiven you for breaking her heart?
Well, I think so. She's happily married over there. I'm here.
Nag-move on na siya.
Yeah, we passed by there. Yes, we passed by there. So they say, you know, when we were in Switzerland, we did some shows there. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing a show here Mother's Day. So this coming Sunday. So yeah, this coming Sunday. So hopefully here, Solaire.
Okay.
Audi is the yeah.
Audi's and
It's here.
Okay.
Well, it's here anyway. Yeah, that's it. That's time has been good to me. And I was given a chance to also serving NGO, Chuchi, helping people yung mga nasalanta kamukha doon sa Ormoc and all that. We go there and we help out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for sharing. Kasalanan mo pala to, Lou eh.
Ngayon ko nga nalaman, mayayaman pala lahat to. Dami racket nila.
Okay, questions please. Alex Brosas. After ni Alex, FPJ ka.
Hi. How will you describe the 80s music and ano yung difference niya from other generation of music?
I always, tell people pag, interviews or pag merong usapan lang over drinks. The thing with the 80s was there was a lot of diversity. Merong sa pop pa lang, iba-iba na yun. Like, a little example would be like Gino and say Raymond. They're both in the same genre, pero magkaiba yung tunog nila. And more so is sa rock, no? Sa department namin, kumbaga. We all sounded different from one another. The Dawn sounded a certain way, Intro Voice sounded a certain way, After Image, ganyan. There was a distinct sound and that undeniable energy, kasi ano ba yung 80s noon? 80s had a lot of innocence. Wala pa namang internet noon. Walang social media, and people still had something to fight for. Music nowadays is still good. I'm not dissing the music of today, but it does reflect the sort of the relaxed lifestyle of today's generation. Diba? They just want to have fun. There's no rebellion. There's no, there's no, chill lang talaga ang generation. But during our time, there was something to go after. There was a big unknown. Ngayon kasi with this age of information, that you get barraged with every minute of the day. I guess music reflects that. So I guess to sum it all up, the 80s had that mystery. The mystery na, we don't know where we're headed, so we'll just all have a good time. So masaya yung music in the 80s, and you can hear it.
You wanna
add? When you opened the envelope idea, did you feel na it will become a hit?
Good question po. No. When I joined the Dawn in '86, I was barely 18 years old, and I just wanted, just like any other kid, I just wanted to be in a band. And I was given that opportunity, and then hindi ko alam na yung the Dawn was going to be a serious band. I thought they were just a bunch of guys looking for a singer and play for parties and whatnot, but in pala they wanted to make original music. And Envelope Ideas was one of them. In fact, when I first heard it, I didn't like it. Like, ano ba naman to? Very sing-song, para siyang children's nursery, right? And then we sang it, we recorded it, naging hit siya sa underground. Meaning, underground kami nun kasi hindi pa kami tumutugtog sa major stations, we never appeared on TV like that. We just do shows here and there. Until na-pick up siya ng record company and they signed us up. We released that single and it became a hit. So, I don't know if the Filipinos were looking for a different sound that time, or we were just lucky, or maybe it's a combination of both, So, kumbaga sa pag-guess, we just got lucky, and Envelope Ideas became the song that it is now.
Okay. One last question for all of you. Sino po yung music influences niyo?
Especially during the
Inspired you,
80s.
The 80s?
Who were your idols during the 80s?
Well, I would say Billy Joel and Go West.
Me, Irene Cara, Sheena Easton, and what was it? The one with the pink hair. Girls Just Wanna Have Fun.
Cyndi Lauper.
There you go. Yeah, I forgot her name.
Raymond.
I was a strange teenager. I like listening to Broadway. I love the songs of West Side Story, Rodgers and Hammerstein. I grew up kasi also doing musical theater, and so my influence was musical theater. And then when I started cutting records, ayun na, I discovered naman the great pop singers, you know, Billy Joel, many others. But to be honest with you, first it was Broadway for me.
Si Jett and si...
Oh, I listen to a lot of Duran Duran, Spandau Ballet, U2, The Cure. But I also grew up listening to standards because my father loved Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Mario Lanza. My mom also loved Motown. So yeah, I pretty much was exposed to a lot of music. Pero kung pipili lang ako ng ilang influence that influenced me as a singer and a songwriter, that would be Bono of U2 and Robert Smith of The Cure. Yeah.
Si Lou.
I like Pat Benatar. Remember Pat? She sang Love is a Battlefield, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, among others. I like the writers, those who are real artists. Actually, I also have influences from the 70s. More like Carole King, you know, ganon, Carly Simon. But it's a crossover kasi pagdating ng 80s, I mean glam, and I like dressing up. I like, you know, putting on my nice hair and all these mga punky things. So I like the 80s for that. It gives you that feeling to be different. And okay lang yun. I went to school in UST wearing punk shoes. I mean, you know, everybody thought I was okay lang, no problem. I also like Cyndi Lauper. You know, she's a writer. She actually wrote Girls Wanna Have Fun, True Colors, and she's still doing a lot of things now. I mean, being in Broadway. If I can be like her, I mean, she wrote Pussy Boots, you know, in Broadway. She's really cool girl. Kim Carnes, Bonnie Tyler, they're all cool. Yeah.
Thank you, FPJ.
Thank you.
Hi, Marsha from Manatay. First question, since most of you are all of your parents, I'd just like to ask, how is ano yung reaction ng mga anak niyo in terms of your music? When, let's say when they first heard it, or did they try to sing it by their own?
Ako muna. The first time my son heard me, si Dimitri, heard me sing Total Eclipse. He didn't know anything about Total Eclipse. Ginugel niya, yan ang kagandahan. And I was thinking, oh my God! I said, you sound better. Sabay ganun, ano. And made me feel good, of course. And then may mga songs na akala na kami ng opya. I mean, you know, they're remakes of the 80s. And they thought that, that's our song. I heard that before. I said, no, that's from the 80s. And I think they're cool about it. You know, because everything is going back. Paikot-ikot lang naman ang mundo eh. Ilan lang ng notes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, tito. So yung mga neon, balik ulit ngayon, di ba? Ikot-ikot lang yung fashion. But the thing is, of course, because of this concert, we want the babies out there, the 80s babies, to bring their kids because it's an opportunity for them to find out that it's really a crossover. Galing na po yan in the past. I mean, you know, they can learn from it, they can absorb it and, you know, fuse it with what's going on now and maybe be a better citizen in the future, di ba? Parang what you can get from the 80s, mix it up with what's happening now and, you know, it can be a better world. Even in terms of writing songs. Nobody writes, everybody wants to rule the world anymore. Wala na. Medyo chill lang lahat.
Well, I can add to that because my children, you know, they like to listen to good music. They told me, like my son, he would come up to me and say, "Papa, how come the 80s sound is so?" He doesn't call it bare, pero it's so naive daw. It's so naive and not like the new songs now because when you hear, you know, yung profanity in some songs now. And whenever I hear them play that, I would stop them. But they would reflect to the 80s because they said, oh, it's fun, I like the melody, I like the lyrics, I like the story, I like the song. So my daughter started singing yung mga songs sa 80s, which she liked. And then her friends, like whenever she gets called, and you know, can you sing for our party? My youngest daughter, and she would really enjoy it. So for me, the 80s is something really special?
My kids are hilarious because they're still quite young, but they've already been with me on 3 US concert tours and 1 Canadian concert tour. So they know the I Need You Backs and the A Shadow of Time and the Saan Darating ang Umaga and So It's You. But of course, I sing other songs in the shows. In fact, this August, we're doing Canada again, and they're coming. So when they hear me sing, they always hear me sing Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, You To Me Are Everything, Just Got Lucky, what have you. They identified with me so much so that when they hear the original version, they say, hey Dad, somebody else is singing your song, Just Got Lucky, or Nothing's Gonna Change My Love For You. I tell them, no. I just sing those songs as well, but I'm not the original singer of those songs. But it's cute because they're the children of an 80s music guy, so they love 80s music.
Follow-up question. For the concert kasi, in the 80s there's so much good music, and each of you have your own a list of repertoire and some hits na rin. So what is the process of elimination for the songs that you'll be singing, given that there's also a limited time for the concert?
Well, we have a concept kasi, as I've said, so I mean we have to go through that. I mean we have the movies, we have the Billboard 80s. So what our musical director did was really fit in. Kilalang-kilala naman niya yung mga artist kung ano yung mga prowess nila, kung anong bagay. And you can see how diverse this group is. We can go from Whitney Houston to, to U2, to Wham, to Rick Ashley. That's why we have this group. That's the reason why it's a very diverse set list of artists, because that is the reason why, so we can sing a lot.
Final question ko na lang. Are you also preparing a lot of costume changes for the concert?
It's a fashion show, actually.
It is.
May oxygen tank na nga sa likod just in case. Baka kasi from one suite to another suite, baka hindi kami makaabot sa stage Yun ang problema namin yun because, di ba may hair pa yan? My goodness. Well, the guys, dali kami ni Jamang medyo pag-uusapan namin what we're gonna do. And we have dancers, we have sets, we have video, so we'll be showing a lot of the videos of the past when they're playing or they're singing. May makikita kayong mga faces namin ng 80s kami. And of course, yung mga movies natin, makikita nyo in past, babalik talaga. The memory will be, talagang maaalala nyo lahat ng nangyayari. And then, you feel happy about it. So I think I was just talking to them na yung mga mommies ngayon, yung mga daddies, dapat mag-break muna. Kung ano man, whatever your status in your lives now, I mean, di ba? You're married, you're not married, you have 5 kids, you're working, not working, you feel bad, whatever, on what day. Sige lang, tabi nyo na lang yan. You come here, you join us, feel the energy, just let it all out. That's my inspiration to do this show. It's just this moment that this is my moment, this is our moment, and we really want to share it with them. And if they can feel it, pagdating ng mirror ball, secret dapat yun. Sige na lang. Sayawan na tayo. Dami kong na-reveal na secret.
We're down to our last 2 questions. Thank you, FPJ. Alan, of the Inquirer.
Hello. This goes out to everyone. So, can you give us some fond memories or the things you miss when it comes to music, fashion, pop culture, whatever? Like si Miss Lo kanina sabi, she used to wear punk shoes to school, ganyan. So ano pa po mga nami-miss natin?
Oh yeah, 80s fashion or something else.
I don't miss 80s fashion too much.
Yeah, there were
Not too much.
There were 2 kinds of fashion in the 80s. Yung panahon namin, black lang talaga, black, and then nakatayo lang yung buhok mo, naka-DMs ka.
Kung rock ka kasi, talagang you look like a rock.
Merong 80s na geometric, pastel.
Yung mga spando ba?
Yung the mallet, yung gano'n. Yung walang patilya pero mahaba yung likod.
And the pants.
Yes. Those I don't miss.
Mix matching rubber shoes. I mean, whoever invented that,
Baguettes.
Baguettes?
And we actually mix matched our rubber shoes. Would you do that now?
Yeah, I would.
The other day, I went out to the mall and I was with my kids, and my daughter's very nice. She goes, "Dad, did you know that you're wearing one Puma and one Adidas?" I'm like, "What? What?" I was horrified. But in the 80s, that's exactly what we did. One Chuck Taylor was blue, and the other, na high cut, the other one was low cut, na dilaw. I'm like, you're insane.
Pinapakita lang na mayaman ka kasi meron kang 2 pairs.
Taylor.
Oo, pwede mong pagsabayin yun and you don't care.
That I don't miss very much.
What about the music scene itself?
Okay. Well, nung panahon namin, well, in our genre, we were, like I said, we were called the underground. So, tutugtog kami sa mga parties, bars that, you know, aren't really making money, and they're not really meant for live performances, pero we will book that bar anyway so people can just come and watch. Minsan nasa roof deck kami ng mga building, you know. It was exciting, those were exciting times, because it was really like, it was almost subversive eh. Parang we're playing music na hindi naririnig sa FM tsaka sa AM, hindi napapanood sa TV. So that was pretty much what I really missed the most. The playing, that it wasn't about money even. We never earned much from playing in a party with a friend, ganyan. Pero iba the feeling that we got was something else.
I miss the medals.
The what?
Madaming medals noon, konti na lang ngayon. Dati, mas mabigat pa. Well, yun, namimiss ko yun. Ngayon, pag dumadaan ako sa airport, can you please take out all your medals? Dami. I mean, you know, at least konti na lang ngayon. Wala ka masyadong medal noon, ano?
Konti pa ba yan?
Hindi. Kung ano.
Tutulog pa rin sa airport yan.
Correct.
Paano ka dumaan sa metal detector, Zuma?
Talaga?
Okay lang.
Yeah, nagtanggal ako lahat.
If I may, si Jett had an excellent point kanina, and he said, because technology is the way it is nowadays, there's this influx of information that is just totally overwhelming. In the 80s, we didn't have that, and there was a bigger effort to try harder to connect, whether as performers or simply as people. You know, we went out, we made an effort to seek people out, to sit down, to talk, without so much as, you know, we weren't able to text or send emails at that time. I guess that's what I miss.
Yeah, tsaka,
I miss that.
To follow through what Raymond said, malaki yung palabra de honor nung araw. Because wala namang text na, ay sorry, hindi na makakadating, sorry, malilate ako. You use a landline, di ba?
Yeah.
O magkita tayo sa ganitong oras sa Green Belt, ganyan, sa Chowking or whatever. And you really have to stand by that. Because when you put the phone down, di na kayo makikita nun, di ba?
Yeah.
So, a lot of people got stood up, I think, in the 80s.
Pocket bell kasi, di ba? Pang
Shell kami, pocket bell ka na.
Meron ako nag-sponsor ko yun, tagal na meron. By that time, tapos na yung ano, no? Pagkikita niyo.
You know what I miss also? I have to say this. I miss singing and people just smiling at you. Because now, what you
everybody's
see,
smiling.
I'm sorry, huh? What you see are cell phones. People are watching you, but they're not watching you. They're watching you through their cell phones. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's the
I miss that.
shared generation.
Yeah.
You know.
Ako nga, I always close a deal, hindi ko pa nakikita yung person eh. Through email lahat. As in, you know, and then when I see the person, like for instance, you know, nagbigay pala siya ng so amount. I said, oh my God, it's you! Thank you so much! It's the first time I've seen you, and you know, I mean, it's happening, but I don't want it to happen. I just really want to see your faces, you know. So thank you so much. And we need bodies, please. Baka mamaya mag-text lang din sila and buy the ticket and then don't come, and then walang live streaming to. This is purely live, no live streaming.
Let's connect.
Are you allowing it to, like, you know, can they, you know, do that while watching the show, live stream? Bawal.
Alan?
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're down to our last question. Ano may tatanong pa ba? Wala na? We're going on. So please, everyone, invite for the show
Yes,
and where can get your tickets?
May 18 po, Theater Solaire, Into the 80s, featuring Gino Padilla, yours truly, Miss Lou Bonnevie, Miss Jam Morales, Raymond Lauchengco, and it promises a good time.
Jett,
Whether you're
I was going to
in-
mention, Saria just was saying that I think we only have the balcony seats available.
Wow.
So I think mostly all the VIPs and the orchestra are already sold. So we just
Great.
have a few 1,500 tickets left, I think.
1,500 peso
Oh, what
tickets.
did you say?
1,500 tickets.
Yes. You know, I just arrived, I'm sleepy. Did I say dollars? Okay, it's tickets, okay. Well, yeah, 1,500 peso tickets is what's available.
Ria, we have an orchestra. There's the orchestra. Couple of orchestra.
Just a couple orchestra, but as she said earlier, it's looking really good. I mean, the sales of the tickets are really looking good. So please invite all your friends. We have a really, really good show, and we promise you a good show.
Are they allowed to stand up in the show? Pwede, no?
And start
Are they allowed
dancing.
to go
I'm
on?
sure, yeah, I'm sure. It's not just like
From
a sit
up?
down.
Oh, everything is allowed on that day. Are we allowed to drink? No. Erase. Yeah.
People here.
Anyway, guys, just have fun, as I've said. This is where we're doing this for you guys, for all the 80s babies who are all bored there. It's time to get up and have fun, di ba?
That's right.
The energy is still there. Wala pang tuyot sa mga 80s. Everything is good, and God is good.
That is great.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you
so
very,
much.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Para sa pictures.